In this video, I'm going to be giving you a review and tour of Jaz Aquaviva here in Madinat Makadi. It's a massive resort with about 10 hotels. When you enter the resort, the Jaz Aquaviva is the first hotel and it's actually the furthest away from the beach. The lobby is super clean, it's spacious. It's exactly how it looks in the pictures. That's one thing about this hotel. There's no misrepresentation. It is so well maintained. Outside the main building, you have the swimming pool. By the pool, you also have shower facilities. There are a couple of two shallow, literally paddling pools for your toddlers and small children. This one right next to me has a depth of 40 centimeters, and the other one I think has a depth of 20 centimeters. You've got another pool right in front of building 4. So if you want a pool that is quieter than the main pool, this is the place to go. There's also a bar by here, which I think is open from 10 till 5. By the quieter pool, there is also another paddling pool just in front of me with a depth of 40 centimeters as well. One of the selling points of Jaz Aquaviva is that it's got Makadi Waterworld. It opens from 10 till 12, and then I think from 1 till 5. It's got slides for adults and kids. If you're staying at the hotel, you can use this water park for free. This outdoor shower behind me that's shaped like a giraffe is the absolute cutest. All of the kids' pools and slides are surrounded by sunbeds and shade so that you can keep an eye on your children whilst they're enjoying themselves, essentially. And of course, within Makadi Waterworld, there are toilets and changing facilities. So right behind Makadi Waterworld, you've got this shopping centre and a food court. The shopping centre is literally like a convenience store, but it's great if you forgot your sun lotion, you can get sun lotion in there. If you're actually visiting Makadi Waterworld, you can get some water, some other snacks in there, and you can also get your designer handbags in there as well. Right by the grill, you've got another shop. Essentially, you can buy your snorkeling masks here, some other water sports like bits like the inflatable beds and inflatable bits and pieces for the sea, but you can also get some like randomly belts, but you can also get like some souvenirs. So if you end up being like me and not leaving the resort, you can get like the usual tourist tat and pretend that you've actually seen things in Egypt. The hotel does also have like a volleyball court by the Waterworld. In building 3, you also have the spa, Mi Vida Spa, the gym and the kids club. They're actually in this courtyard area. The spa is open from 10 till 6 p.m. They offer a variety of massages there. Mainly massages are the only thing that they offer, but inside the spa they also have the jacuzzi, sauna, steam room. In order to use the sauna and steam room, it's 20 euros for the hour, which I think is extortionate because in most hotels, and this is apparently a 5-star hotel, sauna and steam room use is usually free. I had a massage here, which was a really nice massage. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I felt light. I felt much lighter afterwards, and I'd thoroughly recommend it. The gym is more of a fitness room, but it does have plenty of water, towels, and like a few like treadmills and these sorts of things, and a handful of like free weights. But if you're worried about keeping fit whilst you're staying here, this resort is huge. Literally just walk around the resort and you'll get all your steps in. The first day I did about 10,000 steps just literally walking around. The kids club is open from 10 till 12:30, and then I think from 3 till 5. So the hotel also has a clinic. I'm really not sure why, because it's only open 2 hours a day. The sign here says it's open from 11 till 12 and then from 7:30 till 8:30. I'm not sure if it's manned by a doctor or nurse at that time. Outside of those operating times, you're instructed to call reception. So above the main restaurant, you've got the adults only area. It is like a great place to come and chill out. It's quieter, and you've also got the two a la carte restaurants here, which serving dinner from 6 p.m. And then in the night, you've also got the shisha corner up here. It's just set up in a really nice chilled out way, and you've got views of like the entire resort, so you can see Makadi Waterworld and like everything else that's in this village of a resort. Upstairs in the adult only area, there is also a shower and toilet facilities. So you've literally got everything that you need up here. One day I was like chilling up here from the morning, and then when it came to lunch, I had my bikini on to go into the main restaurant. You're not supposed to wear like bikinis. So I just opted to stay up here, just put my sarong and ordered a pizza, had a shandy, had a mojito, and kept it moving. It was a really pleasant day actually, and it's nice and peaceful up here. Not just now because I'm the only one up here and it's pretty early. So I've got the infinity pool right behind me, which looks over to Makadi Waterworld, but there's plenty of sun lounges and shade to just relax and chill out. So this pool is not heated, but you literally just have to dive in, and then it feels quite pleasant after a while. Up here you've also got books and the first aid kit and magazines. The hotel also has 2 tennis courts. It's literally in the far corner of the resort. So this corner here at night, they often have like entertainment here for kids. Jaz Aquaviva really has all the facilities. It's got 2 ATMs on site at the front of the hotel. The resort has a bus shuttle service which takes you to the beach. It comes every hour. So the beach that you have access to is absolutely perfect. It's 5 minutes on the bus, on the shuttle bus. You've literally got all the facilities that you need: showers, toilets. You've got the food court where you can get snacks, food, drink. And because of the way Madinat Makadi is set up, this is actually a true private beach. For some other resorts, guests complain that the beach isn't really private. Like after touring, going around Egypt and having all the I guess the hustle and bustle, people just want to relax on the beach without vendors and whatnot. There are no vendors here whatsoever. You've got a couple of like the hotel staff that do offer water sports activities, such as parasailing, scuba diving, snorkeling, although you can just snorkel from the beach. There's no pressure to do anything, so you can literally just come here and relax. As you can see, the hotel is not short on facilities and activities to keep you occupied. I landed on Monday night, but I essentially only had dinner and went to bed. So let's say Tuesday was my first full day. It is now Saturday morning and I have not left the hotel once. And to be honest, this type of resort stay holiday is not usually my type of holiday. I don't usually like to stay in hotels in the middle of nowhere. I usually like to explore a country. After this experience, I'm actually seeing the benefit of this type of holiday. It's just nice to come somewhere warm, because actually right now in London it's raining cats and dogs and it's chilly, the seasons are changing, and beautiful. Just have like a nice relaxing experience to come and relax, especially if you've got children. There's so much here to keep your children occupied and to just kind of let them be, and for you to get your R&R time. But I would stay here again actually, with friends. There's so much to do. It's value for money in terms of if you stay for a week, the per night price drops quite significantly, so it is value for money in that sense. In terms of like the spa facilities, I'm like really disappointed. I knew before coming here that you would have to you'd have to pay to use the sauna, but never in my right mind did I imagine it would be 20 euros for an hour. which I just think is absolutely extortionate. So behind me you've got Amaraya restaurant, which is the main restaurant which serves breakfast, lunch and dinner. All three are buffets. Breakfast is from 7 till 10, lunch is from 12 till 2:30, and dinner is from I think 6 till 10. When you come for dinner at 6, you can help yourself to some cocktails which they leave outside of the main restaurant. They've also got outside dining options outside the main restaurant, which is quite nice because it's quite windy here in Hurghada. You get a really nice, refreshing breeze sitting out here in the morning. But one thing I do want to show you, in front of me you've got the barbecue grill. So the grill is actually fired up for lunch and dinner. So I only found out about this on my 5th dinner here essentially, and I had grilled crab. They also had grilled chicken and other things, but it's just worth mentioning just in case you don't know that this is here, because I didn't know, so I probably missed out on quite a few tasty treats. So behind me is Felfela restaurant. This is one of the a la carte restaurants at the hotel. They essentially serve what they call Oriental food, which is essentially Egyptian food. But at night you can sit out here and take your meal and enjoy that fresh sea breeze as you're eating your meal. On the other side of the restaurant you've got Paprika, which I think is the Italian restaurant. So another one of the a la carte restaurants here at the hotel. Right behind reception you've also got the liquid bar. This is I think the only bar that is open 24 hours, but for all-inclusives, all-inclusive is only within the hours of 10 a.m. and midnight. The liquid bar is actually quite a cool place to chill out. I often just take a stop and breather here when you get exhausted from walking around the hotel. I'm not even sure like how many steps I've done trying to film this video. So I'm just about to have my last meal here at Aquaviva, and I've opted to go a la carte tonight. I opted for the Egyptian as opposed to Italian because the Egyptians are going to do Egyptian food better than they can do the Italian food, in my opinion. I decided to dress up tonight, seeing as it's my last night, I thought I'd put something fancy on, but I'll let you know how the a la carte menu is. To me, it smells absolutely delicious. Okay, before I tuck in, I think I'm going to really enjoy this meal. Just want to give a quick review of the food. The food has been actually really good and I thoroughly enjoyed the food. I loved the grilled shrimps, the crab, like the seafood options were really good. They didn't overcook the fish most nights. I think when they had the tuna, it was a little bit overcooked, but other than that, the fish on all the other nights was really nice. I thought it had a really good selection. Breakfast very comprehensive. The first couple of days I was like overeating because there's just so much food there. You've got your cereals, your yogurts, a selection of yogurts, selection of cereals, lots of bread, lots of pastry, and you've got your egg station so you can get your eggs cooked the way you want. Then they've got like an Oriental section, lots of fruit as well, and they've got this really delicious, you have to try the honeycomb if you go for breakfast. It is really nice. I would just mix it with my fruit and I would just end up eating it. Lunch, again, can't fault it. Less options at lunch, but I guess that's because guests could be eating anywhere. They might be at the beach and eat at the food court at the beach, or there's plenty of like food courts and bars around the resort to have a meal. The only thing that I thought was odd about the food was that at dinner there's like a number of live stations at dinner, and two of the stations are pasta. Why are there two stations dedicated to pasta? Is pasta that popular? I don't know. Maybe it is. They obviously have the numbers of how many people want pasta, but I just felt like that was a bit over the top, a bit extra. I don't think that was necessary, but what do I know? Would have been nice to have something else instead of two stations dedicated to the same thing. I think there's like lots of variety. for every dietary need. So for your meat eaters, there's lots of meat options. You've definitely got like lots of different salads. Like the salads were really tasty, and they had lots of different varieties, like your zucchinis, or courgettes, your aubergines, your cauliflower, broccoli, cheese, Greek, Caesar. Like there literally is about 20 different salads to choose from. And dinner, yes, I always enjoyed dinner, especially like the Egyptian options. The Oriental options for me were the tastiest. The Oriental options, the salad and the seafood were like the tastiest. The breads, such a wide variety of breads. I thoroughly enjoyed the breads that they had. I'm like, bread is like my weakness. I try not to eat too much bread because it goes to my stomach, but when I'm away, you know, I'm not gonna deprive myself of the things that give me joy. So I've been chowing down on the bread, breakfast and dinner. So when you order at the Oriental restaurant, if it's part of your one a la carte meal whilst you're staying here, you start off with a selection of different meze with some Egyptian bread, and then basically you have your main, and there's quite a few that you can choose from, like Egyptian meats, fish. I can't remember all the options, but I've opted for fish. And then with that you get a bowl of brown rice, a bowl of white rice, a bowl of couscous. You get the Egyptian soup, which actually I wanted to try this. I saw this at dinner, but I just didn't know what it was. And then some like curried chickpeas. So I don't even know where to start. This is quite a lot of food. Let me try the fish first. Okay, that fish has been cooked perfectly. Yeah, the fish has been cooked perfectly. It essentially just melted in my mouth. I'm sure you saw that I didn't actually chew my food, I just swallowed. It literally just melted in the mouth. Oh my goodness, delicious. I wish it was a bigger piece though. So the brown rice looks like a mixed rice. Let me taste it. Seasoned really well. I want to try the chickpea. Okay, that is just okay. That's not wowing me. The white rice again is a mixed rice. I think it's white rice with the spaghetti, which I quite like. That's nice. I don't know if it's cooked with a sort of butter or oil, but it's really got a nice texture. It's not dry at all. It's not dry, but it's not seasoned like the brown rice. Then the couscous. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of couscous. Couscous is just to me. So okay, this tastes nice. It tastes like they've cooked this in a stock or something. There are no lifts in this hotel, and the resort is pretty big. So if accessibility is something that you're concerned about, please do let the hotel know at the time of booking. There's plenty of ground floor rooms and rooms which are closer to the main building. The rooms have really been set up with the family in mind. When you walk into the room, you've got two little sofas which convert into two single beds. So if you've come with your family, you have the main room where you could sleep two adults on this bed here, and then you could easily sleep two children on the sofa beds. There's also a door here which also locks for added privacy between the 2 rooms. So it's essentially like 2 rooms in one actually, which I think works quite nicely. Got plenty of wardrobe space. There's a safe as well. They've been supplying me 2 to 3 big bottles of water to the room each day. Of course, there's a kettle and tea making facilities. And was it yesterday or 2 days ago they actually brought me some flowers. The bed itself is quite comfortable. It's a firm mattress. I personally enjoy a firm mattress. I'm not a fan of soft mattresses, so I've been sleeping quite well on the bed. I don't know why, but I'm not a fan of the pillows. I can't seem to prop it under my neck in the right way so that I'm comfortable. The room doesn't come with an iron or an ironing board, but you can request one. So I requested one on the first day and it's just been in my room ever since. Although the room essentially divides into 2, the AC is centrally controlled. So the the temperature is controlled by the main room where the bed is, and so there's a vent in the main room and then a vent where the 2 sofa beds are. So for me, the room is like quite comfortable. It's quite spacious for one person. I can see how it works really well for a family. The kids can have their own space and then the adults can have their own space. There's also a door which you can lock for added privacy. It also works well for a couple or a solo traveler like myself. You just have like plenty of space. The only thing that I would say is lacking with the room is like the vanity kit. There's no like cotton buds, like toothpaste, toothbrush, shaving kit, the usual things that you would get in a 5-star hotel. I mean, some hotels don't put it out in the room. They only ask, they have it available if you request. I did phone the reception and asked them about if they had a vanity kit. I was told no. Maybe they misunderstood me, but I'm filming with this with the knowledge that I have and that it's not there. The room itself is simple decor, but everything is solid, well built and clean. That's one thing with the hotel. The rooms and everywhere in this hotel is clean. It's immaculate. I would say this is a functional room. It serves its purpose. The room of course comes with a balcony, either a balcony or a terrace if you're on the ground floor, and you'll either have views looking out into the desert or over the pool. I prefer, they call this a garden view, but it's not really a garden view. I definitely prefer garden views to pool view rooms. A lot of hotels charge more for pool view rooms, but I personally don't really want to sit out in my balcony and watch people swimming and frolicking in the pool and like hear the loud music that's being played at the pool. I'd rather look over the quiet desert or quiet garden, and then when I want the noise and chaos of the pool, I can make my way there. So it's nice to kind of have the option of being removed from there. It's a bit more private, calmer and quieter. Also, the room does not have a dressing gown or slippers, so if you like to walk around your room in slippers, I suggest bringing your own. I'm not sure if they provide them on request, but there's none in the room, which was a little bit disappointing. Also in the room, they provide a beach bag with 2 beach/pool towels, which you can take with you if you're going to taking the shuttle to the beach or just chilling by the poolside, which is quite nice. So they don't have a towel service at the pool. They give you the towels in your room, and when your room is changed, you can change the towels as well. There's also a mini fridge in the room, but the items in there are chargeable. So I feel like if you're staying at all-inclusive resort, the bits in the fridge should be free of charge. Like, they've put a bottle of water in there, and I'm like, well, I get water free of charge anyway. And then there's like a few snacks. So I don't know, I just feel like they either should just leave it empty or put in stuff that is included in your all-inclusive rate rather than things you have to pay for. The balconies are relatively spacious. I don't have a drying rack in my balcony, and I feel like some of the rooms do come with drying racks, which I think would be, given that there's like so many different pools in this hotel, I think all rooms should come with a drying rack, because I did stick my head out and I can see the room. Yeah, the ground floor room that's just over here has a drying rack on the terrace. And the bathroom is pretty big, if I must say so. So you've got quite a large walk-in shower. You could fit 2-3 people in here easily if you want. There's only the handheld shower. There isn't a rain shower in here. And then there's a shower at the bottom for you to, I guess, wash your feet or to test the water. The bathroom does come with a hair dryer, and it's got a shaver plug attached to the hair dryer. I use it for my electric toothbrush, and it's got very minimal toiletries. Some of the room have pool access, so it's nice and quiet because it's at the back of the resort and it faces over the desert. You can essentially see the coast from here, some of Hurghada, and kind of like a new development in the distance. It's actually really nice views from over here. What I love about this resort is essentially that it is like an oasis in the middle of the desert. I think this resort is perfect for families. There's just a range of activities to keep both kids and adults entertained and occupied during your stay. Like I said, I've been here all week and have not left the resort, and I haven't felt like I've even wanted to leave the resort. You know, if you do want quiet, I'm someone, I enjoy quiet time. I'm not into the constant indoctrination of noise. The adult only area is great, and they've got a few quieter pools where it's just nice to kind of chill out and relax. I definitely recommend this place for like families wanting to, you know, have a good time. It's my last morning here at Jaz Aquaviva. I made the error of leaving without my sunglasses. And I'm actually really sad to be checking out today. I'm going to be moving to another hotel because I was worried that I would get bored being here for 10 days essentially. But actually this has been like a really pleasant stay, and this hotel has really converted my opinion on staying in resorts. It's never really been my thing. I think the first time I stayed in a resort, first time and only time prior to this was 10 years ago, and I just found it boring, if I'm honest. But after my experience here, I really seeing the benefit of and the positives of actually having a resort stay holiday.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.